Hey guys, Doug from Doug's Drywall. Well, turns out I was going to do another video on doing some work on a home or drywall, something like that. I think I had a power washing job. But you know, sometimes we get changes in our plans. And unfortunately, this is the change. And you got to keep your work vehicle up to date and up to good. Make sure it stops on a dime, because everybody out here don't know how to drive. So we're going to teach y'all, just in case you don't know, how to do it. So come along for the ride. Y'all get to listen to the normal everyday stuff. I'm at my crib. Got my kids out here in the yard playing. I might have to yell at them once in a while. But a couple things you'll need, obviously. In my case, a 19. Take your wheel off. Wire brush. I use easy tools after I break them loose. Big old C-clamp. And whatever size your brake calipers are. Sometimes they're a star bit. Sometimes they're an Allen wrench. Screwdriver to get them out. And of course, the grease gun. Because while you have this off, you might as well go on ahead and grease your ball joints, wheel bearings, what have you, whatever you need to get greased up. So hey, let's get her going, man. Let's see if I can get her knocked loose here. Uno, dos. Uh-oh. Tres. Cuatro. Go. Uh-oh. That one didn't feel right. We'll have to check that out here. Take this off. Put on there. Now let's go jack her up. And be sure, whatever you do, that you get it in a right good area that is safe. The easiest way to do it is to make sure you get your suspension. Don't lift the body up, because then you have to lift the whole thing up a lot higher than what it is. And me, I always give her a little shakety shake. Make sure ain't nothing gonna, you know, tip over, fall off, what have you. So let's go. I'm not NASCAR, but definitely faster. And once you guys know how to do this, brake pads aren't really too difficult. Ruh-roh. What's that? That, my friends, I believe, yeah, imagine that. Nothing like your wheel falling apart, but it's all good. It was just a spacer. All right. Had to check my kids out for a second. Now, let's get in here, see if we can see this. Yep, sorry, this is my first time doing these kind of videos. But what I like to do myself before I even take and loosen anything, I'll take my seat clamp here, and you want to put it on the back of the caliper and a pad. And you're not going crazy with it. All you're doing is just going to squeeze them in there a little bit. Decompress those pistons on your caliper. I'll go from the bottom, especially if it's 2 or 3 piston. You don't go crazy. Just a little bit here. Move it up to the next one. Make sure you don't have it on anything. Brake line or wire for a sensor, anything of that nature. And all you're doing is just going in there a little bit, because you're ultimately going to go ahead and squeeze that thing anyway. Man, I'm trying to break my phone with heavy tools. Alright, now all you gotta do is just take these 2 bolts off. Usually a good whack. One at the top, one at the bottom. I got lucky with these ones here. Pretty easy. I mean, they're pretty. Sorry about being in the way there. I got big old hands and they always get in the way. Wife tells me all the time I got too big of hands and they're always rough. But that's from doing this kind of work and drywall and construction, and I pretty much do a little bit of everything. So there's that. Now, since we squeezed that, we should just be able to take this here caliper. Yeah, look at that. We'll just set him up there like so. Get your screwdriver between the rotor and the pad. That one there actually don't look bad, but the other side was toast. And you don't ever want to just do one side. See there, look, that one's rough. No pad left on him. I'll have to look into that another day. Right now I don't have time. I have to take the wife to work. Now we take one of these and we'll stick up in this here caliper and put it up against those pistons. That's where this comes in. Now, go as close to the middle as you can. Actually, I like to go this way if I can. And I like to go ahead and get this out of the way. That way, once you do all your cleanings and all that, and you get your brake pads in there, then you can just slap that thing on and go about your day. But all you're doing, you want to go slow and go in the middle as close as you can. And I know there's videos online for cars, but this is a channel for, I'm hoping, for like the everyday guy. You know, what you run into. You know, you might have plans to say go hang sheets of drywall, or go hang some cabinets, or lay some LVP flooring, or what have you. Now see, I'm just turning this real slow, compressing those calipers, them pistons in that caliper. You go too fast, it'll blow your fluid out of your reservoir up there. And while you're under here, of course, it's always a good time to go on ahead and check, make sure everything's right and tight. There we go. And then you just undo it like so. Then you throw that in the trash. But make sure everything's right and tight and all that. Now, you'll see nasty, dirty stuff. Ew. You want to try to get that cleaned up best you can. You know, so we'll take this battery out. We'll get this fancy dancy tool. I like to blow them off pretty good, and then you just I'll go in here, go in between. The inside there ain't too bad. Got lucky. Man, you see all that stuff flying off of there? Okay. Take that out, put him back in here, because we're going to need him in just a minute. Make sure there isn't nothing in them holes that's in them pistons. Now, and you want to make sure sometimes the front and the back, or the inside or outside pads, sometimes they'll say, like see here, this says right hand inner. So, good way to tell too is the squeal tab usually goes on the inside. So, you'll put him in there, just like that. Hey! And then we're good to go. All we gotta do, sorry, I was hollering at my little ones there. And then you just hang this sucker back on there. Squeeze your little bolt holders. And then you just take your bolts and you put back on up in there. Real easy like. This is so much easier than spending money on a garage, when a lot of times they will mess your stuff up. And I hate to say it, but a lot of times they'll mess it up on purpose. Then you just take them, tighten them back down. You ain't got to be a gorilla. Just make them good and tight. And that's all there is to that. Now, like I say, while we're under there, you got, on my truck anyway, you got a grease fitting right here on the top of your control arm. And then right here on your tie rod. I always go ahead and clean the little ickies off of there. And I'm going ahead and just go ahead and get it done and over with. Get it greased. It don't take but a minute. Instead of trying to fight with your wheel. And you just want to do it until you see grease coming back out. Usually a couple 3 to 5 squirts. Unless they're really bad. And sometimes these things can be a bear. Uh-oh. Somebody changed this one. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Did they really put that in there backwards? See, this is what I'm talking about. This dumb stuff. There it is. They literally put that stupid grease fitting on there. I don't think anybody, there it goes. Ouchie. Has ever done anything to this thing. Go! Stay out of the door, Whoopi. Sorry guys, gotta clean my hands off in the grass here. Alright, so here we go. And it's just like that, guys. It's not hard. One of the easiest jobs in the world. As long as you got a few hand tools and a jack, there's a lot of like normal wear and tear maintenance that you can do to your vehicle to keep it going. I'm pretty sure that's all my fittings. I don't think there's one on the bottom here. No, it's a sealed unit. Okay. And like I said, make sure you check everything. All your sensors and your wires. My other side over there, my wire come out of the hole. Okay, so let's get this baby lined up. Put him back in there. Yep. And then the easiest way I have found to do this, and yes, you will get dirty, pretty dirty. Get them as close to lined up as you can. And I take my arms and I put under my legs, and then I use my knees and I just lift the tire up, like so. Line him up there. Oops. Well, now we gotta take it back off. Because this dumb thing, I don't understand what's going on with that, but we'll do it this way instead. There we go. That way she can't fall off. And whatever y'all do, don't kick the jack. You should be okay, but don't kick it. There it is. Okay. Now, put your lug nut on there. Don't go crazy. Just to put him on there to hold it. And make sure you put all your lug nuts on there. And yeah, we're gonna loosen that back up. There we go. Okay. Where'd he go? There it is. And whenever you put these on, it don't matter how you finger tighten them, but when you put them back on, make sure you go in a star pattern, crisscross, not side by side. If you just go around clockwise, what will happen is your wheel will start wobbling because it won't tighten it down properly. See, I tightened that one first, so it will come straight across. Like that, see? Crossed. Now this one here, and then you just go over here. And I'll go over again, because you are gonna obviously tighten them with your hand. And then make sure good to go. And you would pay anywhere between 100 to, I was quoted for my Suburban back there. I don't know if you saw it in the background. I didn't feel like doing the back brakes on it one day. They legitimately were going to charge me $284 to do a set of brake shoes on the back of that thing. I mean, come on. I know they're more time consuming, but come on. Brake shoes cost me 36 bucks. You saw how fast it was. You saw how fast it was. Literally less than an hour for both sides. I could have went a little longer or a little shorter here, but figure I'd do this here video. Same thing when you're tightening them. Star pattern, crisscross. That's all you gotta do. And then of course when you're done, you want to make sure that you check your brake fluid. I think we're good. See there? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you keep your work truck in tip-top shape. That's all there is to it. And then all you have to do is you just sit in the truck, start him up. You go back and forth in the driveway a little bit. Work that pedal, make sure it's good and tight and right. Once you're satisfied with that, making sure it's good, because your pedal is going to go to the floor. for about the first 2 or 3 times till it gets that pressure built back up. And then you just go out here to the road, take it for a little spin, make sure it's all good, and you're good to go. And like I said, all you gotta do before that is just go up in here, wipe some grease all over your face, because you know that's what mechanics do. You go over here and you make sure, and you'll see this one here, this is .3. You gotta make sure you get the right brake fluid. A lot of these newer vehicles will take a difference. See that thing moving? That's like a vacuum type deal, man. That thing will get sucked down in if you got issues. But see, we're good. Nothing wet, nothing came out. And folks, keep this engine clean. This is a 2011. Look how clean that is. Clean engine runs good. And hell, while you're under there, check your belt, see? You know, make sure it's got a good twist. Ain't wearing out. Nothing's loose, you know. And always make sure these are good and this is good. But hey, folks, this is Doug's Drywall signing out. Let me know if this video helped anybody. Quick, easy, cheap. Like I said, man, y'all don't have to always go to a garage. If you got somewhere to put a jack, and yeah, you know, you should have used a jack stand, but I wasn't jacking the whole truck up, just one side, and it's a big plate. You're good to go. Don't worry about all that extra crap as long as you're safe and you're watching what you're doing. Your kids are out of the way over there playing, doing their thing. Anyway, drop a comment, let me know if that helped y'all, because like I said, this is part of a channel where I'm doing work, drywall, concrete, roofing, whatever. Everything but electrical and plumbing. I'll do almost anything, but I don't land wires in a box. I don't run piping. I'll do simple stuff. I'll switch like a scutcheon or switch a ceiling fan or what have you. But other than that, no. Because I don't carry the insurance. I don't carry the liability. You know, I don't have the licenses for that. And I don't want them, because being fully insured with just what I do is enough. I'm just a one guy, one operation man. Anyway, let me know if this all helps you. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff that they ask you to do. I hope I earned it. I don't want to beg anybody. I hope I earned, and I hope I will continue to earn subscriptions. So hey, signing out. Looks right and tight. Have a good one.